an extra small through size 3X, but unfortunately, as we said, we're just not gonna have the opportunity to do a full presentation because it's so limited. I have about maybe 500 of those now available for you. Let's talk Liz Lange. We call Liz Lange she is the master of illusion in fashion design, and that's what she is known for. And that's everything she brings to us, from her maxi dresses to her cardigans. Certainly in this case here, we're gonna talk about her customer pick favorite leggings, and we're gonna talk about these, what makes them so different, how she designs these. But I'll tell you this, they've never been $14.95. That's over 60% off of our original HSN price of $39.90. Colors, olive green, and that's a true, rich, beautiful, genuine olive green. You know, sometimes our colors can tend to be a little off, but that's a true olive, and it's hard to find a good olive green. Okay, this is your midnight blue. So it's it's not quite a navy. It's a little bit brighter than a navy, but it would fit into that category. Of course, we have your black. We have this available in your brown. And then lastly, very limited, but we also have it available in the white. In fact, I have fewer than 140 in the white. So we have extra small through extra large, 1X through size 3X. Your inseam in here is approximately 27 inches in length, and this is a 96% cotton, 5% spandex, all washable, easy to care for. You even have little ankle slits in here. I want to just show you those little tricks that we said, that little magic trick that Liz always brings to her fashions, whether it's maxi dresses or tunics. So in the design, first it starts with the fabrication she always talks about. It has to be the perfect weight, has to be the perfect softness, especially a legging, and you will feel that in here. Obviously the perfect stretch with recovery, and I'm showing that. So you're not gonna have the gapping in the knees, the gapping in the bottom, all the way down to the tapered ankle here. And you'll notice when we talk about, you know, couture design and fashion wear, and she is part of that couture collection in high-end fashions, even at the slit at the bottom, you can see the reinforced stitching all the way around, just well made. It's gonna be a 90-second special. The other thing is we go right up to the waistband, and it is a full elastic waistband, but when on and stretched, it looks like it's a full finished waistband. So that's another one of the little tricks that Liz brings to us in her famous leggings. A customer pick at $39.90. Oh, they look so great. You're wearing the midnight. So Mary Kate is wearing then the midnight. Are you wearing the large in that, Mary Kate? She is on the large, and she normally wears a size 14. So this is another good rule of thumb. I mean, true sizing, extra small, extra large, 1X, 3X. There you go. There's that great stretch that you see all the way throughout. And listen, honestly, girls, can we have enough fabulous fitting leggings? You know, like jeans, I put leggings in that same category. Kind of like that, jeans, leggings, and bathing suits. Just a nightmare to find a perfect fit, right? But boy, when you do, it's like you hit the jackpot. And that's why I know right now why over 1,200 people right now are trying to get through who have tried these before and love them at $39.90, have that perfect fit. In fact, our today's special, I want to mention, that's going to be coming up with Jackie Schechter at 4 o'clock in about 35 minutes from right now, is the ultimate, because it's a tunic turtleneck in the most wonderful, yummy, delicious fabric. A 2-pack would go back perfectly with these fabulous leggings, and we have some great color choices for you. But notice on Mary Kate, you know, just a nice, smooth, all the way look, no gapping, it's not, you know, there's no tugging, and that is because of Master Illusion. Liz Lange herself has really, truly figured out the perfect fit for every woman of every size. 475-500.